Now let me introduce my guests. Julia Kril, Executive Director, B&K Agency, live from Milan. Thank you so much. Julia, your opening comments. Thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah, actually, I just arrived back from Jerusalem yesterday. We went to see on the border with Gaza the sites of the Nova Festival where October 7th happened. We went to see Kerem Shalom on the Israel-Gaza Strip and Egypt border, which is facilitating the passage of the humanitarian aid. We heard stories from people who were in the response teams on October 7th from IDF, and I do see that everybody wants the conflict to end, but the only people responsible for conflict to end should be Hamas. They could put down their weapons, they could release the hostages, they could leave Gaza, and they could allow the city and the people of Gaza to actually experience some normalcy. But this is not happening. And this is why IDF launched their mission in Gaza City these days in order to finally end the war. And as we see, the enemy is not the people of Gaza, it's not the Palestinians, but it is Hamas. So I'm very sad to see that in the international media there is lack of understanding of that aspect. And yeah, we just have to see the developments in the next couple of days.
But yes, Julia, I completely agree that Hamas is a terror organization. It needs to be completely dismantled. But the Gaza Strip in itself has become unlivable for the people there.
Yeah, yes, of course. It was going to take a lot of time and effort to rebuild the city, but in order to achieve that, the area needs to be free from Hamas in order to, as my co-speakers mentioned, to de-radicalize the area and to demilitarize the area, because there is no way to rebuild the city when there is still kilometers and kilometers of tunnels under the city, and there is still a terrorist organization who is de facto hosting control of it. So there won't be any opportunity to redo it, because even if we freeze it for the next 5 years, the same thing is going to happen again.
You know, the reason why, and this is, I like the closing comment from Julia, the reason why I asked this question, Julia, because Israel's drive to weed out Hamas from West Asia has had an impact on the Indian subcontinent. Saudi Arabia has ended up signing a defense contract with the state of Pakistan, a NATO-like defense treaty where an act of aggression on one will be considered on the other. So it's an interconnected world.
Yes, of course. I mean, if we look at Israel, Israel is itself surrounded by the circle of fire. There is Hezbollah in Lebanon, there are Houthis in Yemen, there are Iraqi militia, there is Hamas in the south. So Israel needs to fight its enemies, because the only common denominator is their desire to eradicate Israel from the face of the earth. And in order to achieve that, Israel needs to first combat Hamas, completely destroy its leadership in order to ensure that it has the safety around its borders. And I understand the concerns and the questions from the United Nations about what would the one-state solution look like, but there is no way.
Julia, can it ban the Arab nations who have been fighting amongst themselves for so many years on the Shia-Sunni axis to come together?
I think that whatever the solution is there, the only country that is whose opinion really matters is Israel, because it will be up to Israel to implement it. And they can fight between themselves, they can agree, disagree, they can create any kind of resolutions they want. But as long as this solution is not comfortable for Israel and it doesn't ensure the safety of its citizens, nobody will enforce it. Now we see several countries, including France, UK, who are recognizing the Palestinian state, but these proclamations have absolutely no effect because Israel did not agree to it. And in order for people in Gaza, for Palestinians to be able to live on the Israeli territory, Israel needs to take over the territory, and Israel needs to agree to the way how things will be happening on the ground.
Absolutely. Very well summed up, Julia. Thank you so much. Thank you all of you for joining me.